Going up YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra. We got another food hack. Stuffed crust, crazy crust from Little Squeezers. Regular sauce, extra cheese, old world pepperonis, bacon, and for extra toppings, we did bacon and beef, jalapenos and onions. And for the bake option, I did a regular bake and, of course, a regular standard cut. With that, we got some crazy bread. I let it cool off on account of all that cheese being on top of that pizza. Trying to pick up hot, fresh cheese and all that pizza just slides right off, makes a huge mess. So we may not get cheese pull, but that's alright. We're still getting a food hack. Now I can tell you whether or not the Little Caesars crazy bread stuffed crust pizza is worth your buying. Because we all know how it is. Eat a couple slices, save a couple for later. You got cold pizza for later. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you already know what's up. Cobra don't play around with his fucking food hacks. Let me snack on this drink combo real quick. If you saw the last drink combo, you know what's up. The create your own crazy bread stuffed crust pizza. I said, yes, sir, I will do that. Little Caesars is definitely what's up, man. Their price point for their customization is pretty fair considering all the other restaurants. I want to set these breadsticks to the side for a second. Do you consider when you're gonna make a custom made pizza from Domino's, Pizza Slut, whatever? Oh, I just opened it. First time opening it. I let it cool off for a couple hours because of all the cheese that's on there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull a slice, it'll just fall apart, and you don't want that. You know, I'll pick up a slice and just. So we're gonna sacrifice cheese pull for having extra cheese. Extra cheese is always better. The little squeezers when your wallet's tight, man, you're squeezing a couple of bucks. People always dog on Little Caesars for the way they taste, but I think they taste good. And that's just my opinion. This ain't no goddamn mukbang. This is just me eating some munchies for the YouTube. Gonna have a sip of this real quick. I got ordered this pizza like several hours ago, and it's definitely a little bit cold, but I digress. All that cheese on there will stay in place now. You know, you want a slice. King Cobra's food hacks are the best. I don't care what anyone says. Putting out regular bake keeps it from being too chewy. Make sure you do a standard cup. You know what I'm saying? I've had pizza that cuts it into squares, and it's alright. But the crazy bread stuffed crust pizza, I could have eaten this sooner. It's definitely cooled off to the cold point, but I'm not complaining. Because this custom made Little Caesars pizza is the business. I order a custom made pizza for a food hack for YouTube. Then I realized I'm not hungry. So I attack it when I get hungry, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. Hmm. Little Caesars gave me everything I ordered on my pizza. And I didn't want to just attack it as soon as I got it. So all that hot cheese would just slide off the crust and create a little bit of a mess in the box. So we let the pizza settle. Now it's a little bit cold, but I don't honestly give a damn because I'm giving you cool cobras a food hack. And look at this. Grab yourself a fucking slice and go for it. A lot of YouTubers who've been reviewing this pizza are going, it's undercooked, blah, blah, blah. So when I ordered it, I made sure they cooked it regular and gave me a standard cut. The only thing I made custom were the toppings. Mm. On YouTube, let's be real. You're gonna eat like half the pizza, save half of it for later. Have cold pizza to snack on. And I'm telling you right now, this crazy bread stuffed crust pizza, it getting the Cobra seal of approval. This food hack is slapping, dude. To be fair, I let it cool off for several hours and the pizza's gone slightly cold, but I don't care. I don't, because this crazy bread stuffed crust pizza is delicious. The reason why you don't dig into it when you add extra cheese, let it cool off for a bit, let it solidify. So when you pick up that pizza slice, the cheese on top of it just sliding off the crust. That's real, dude. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. This jalapeno pizza with the crazy bread stuffed crust. Great way to kick off the weekend. I wanted it to cool off so that now the cheese ain't sliding off of it. So when I pick up a slice and review it, okay, might get a couple of drips with the topping sliding off, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work, YouTube. Giving you the freshest pizza review. If I were to review this on camera when it came out fresh, all that cheese would have slid off the crust. And I would have made a complete ass of myself. But like, you got this amazing, delicious jalapeno stuffed crust pizza. So I let it cool off a little bit too long, but too long is better than letting it, you know what I'm saying? Onions, jalapenos, beef and bacon, and cheese. This right here is a snack. YouTube. This right here is, oh, this is delicious. If you're gonna order yourself a little squeezers stuffed crust crazy bread pizza, and you're a fan of the spicy, you gotta stack it with these toppings. They are delicious. And of course, if you like the videos, subscribe for more. Mm. I'm gonna attack some of that. We're gonna attack that damn crazy bread after I finish this slice of pizza. Give me 1 second. Yeah, people who love meat, you love spicy, you're down with little squeezers. Okay, this is the party pizza for you. I would order this again. Even though it's cold and right when I got it, I didn't immediately tuck into it because I've had that experience, like I said, with pizza before when I order extra cheese and I tuck into it when it's fresh, all the cheese just slides off the crust and it makes a huge mess. But you tuck into it when it's cooled off a bit and the cheese will solidify to your slice. You pick up a slice, eat it. So you're going to sacrifice cheese pull for functionality. But is it worth it for the extra cheese? You bet your sweet ass burgers it is. Mm. This Little Caesar stuffed crust pizza is just too delicious for words. I'm not that picky when it comes to food, but when you get a Little Caesars crazy bread stuffed crust pizza and you stack it with your favorite Little Caesars toppings, ooh, that's exactly what I did. I took a Little Caesars pizza. When it said create your own crazy bread stuffed crust, I'm like, let's go. YouTube, this is right up my alley. The $5 holler is awesome. I love Little Caesars because you can get pizza on a budget. And a lot of people dog on Little Caesars. They're like, oh, it's so cheap. And it's like, fuck you, man. I'm not complaining. You bet your sweet ass burgers I'm not complaining. I let this pizza get like room cold before I started munching out on it. And honestly, only because I don't want the cheese to slide off when I reviewed it. I could have reviewed it a little bit sooner for the cheese pull, but like, you know what? When you're just doing it because you want to eat and you want to show off your munchies, and you don't give a shit about how it looks. Like, okay, this cheese pull ain't gonna happen. You don't give a shit. Like it's Little Caesars, dude. Oh fuck. Excuse me. This Little Caesars pizza is getting the Cobra seal of approval. This, I'm gonna be snacking like a king when I don't even care that I let it go cold. I haven't been in the mood to eat, to be honest, with everything that's depressing me this time of year. But I'm like, I'm trying not to be a complete ass about it, and just kind of power through it like you do every day. We gotta do a crazy bread review, of course, because we snacked on this pizza. This pizza right here is getting the Cobra seal of approval. You gave me the option to customize it. And when I chose the main toppings and then added to it, it just, oh, I don't even need garlic butter on top. This is just delightful. Okay, this right here is just fucking stoner paradise, folks. You smoke a fat bowl with some dank ass weed, and you order this custom made stuffed crust pizza. I'm telling you right now, little squeezers, this is heavenly. You should keep this on your menu. Okay, Little Caesars wants to put their crazy bread as a stuffed crust, but does it compare uh, to their actual crazy stuffed crust bread? It's not stuffed with anything but calories, mind you. Oh, fuck. Shit. Excuse me. I'm sipping on my Jack Daniels drink combination, doing this food review for you cool cobras. I might check out my new drink combo. It's Jack with root beer and cream soda. It's delicious. Now I got a glass to have with me while I eat my delicious pizza. This right here, YouTube, is living. I am not complaining. Okay, you want to talk shit on how cheap Little Caesars is? I spent a pretty penny on this custom made pizza, and honestly, worth every penny. No bullshit. Like, okay, I know Pizza Hut has stuffed crust, and you can customize your crust toppings with like garlic spread or whatever. But okay, Little Caesars, you're coming up on these streets. You're coming up on the pizza game. There's a reason why like Pizza Hut is so expensive because you can get stuffed crust and then have them spread garlic butter on the crust and then bake it into your it's fucking phenomenal. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So like every like little pizza chain gonna be doing their own little thing, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get your attention. And me, I'm just an innocent pizza consumer. I love pizza. It's my favorite food next to cheeseburgers. So that being said, YouTube, would I recommend this? A lot of channels are getting their shit undercooked, and I'm like, dude, when you go to Little Caesars, make sure just gotta ask regular cook, regular cut. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did, and I got just that. It wasn't too chewy, it wasn't too crispy. It was just right, perfect. This right here, YouTube. I cannot stop raving about this pizza because this is ridiculously good. Even though I let it cool off and get cold, I'm here for it, dude. 'Cause let's be real. When you eat, you know what I'm saying. When you eat the pizza fresh, I'll give you 3 to 4 slices, unless you're really hungry, and then whatever pizza you have left, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna save that for later. And then when you see the save that pizza for later, it's cold, and you know what I'm saying. That's when the real review begins. Excuse me, I farted, but you know what I'm saying. This is some good pizza, Little Caesars. Thank you for making it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen little squeezers doing this new promotion. They're like the crazy bread stuffed crust pizza, and they turn their crazy bread and their stuffed crust pizza and put it into combined it to make one brand new crust flavor. Seems pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. YouTube. And even though I'm a little bit tipsy and a little bit off my ass, like this definitely satisfies those cravings. Excuse me, I farted again. God damn it. I got some of that whiskey left, and I got some of that crazy bread left. I want to put this sexy pizza up. YouTube, don't try to make mead with eggnog. If you can find a yeast that can survive fermenting at fridge temperature, go for it. But for the most part, you shouldn't do it. That's why I scrapped that idea immediately. And your boy Cobra's got the ingredients to make a strawberry peach wine that'll surely intrigue the masses. All I ask from you is to subscribe for more content. Your generous donation helps. Buying a t-shirt, buying the tactical soap, buying my music, you know what's up, buying a wand. And you know what? You don't have to donate, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated because I'm still going to provide rocking content for you like this. Because the king's got you, man. I treat my royal subjects good. Like, okay, what the fuck is Cobra eating? He's having this custom made little squeezers pizza. Oh, I gotta see how this turned out. And it's like, yeah, I'll show you what I fucking ordered. I'll show you what the fuck I ordered. Oh my god, dude, I could fucking. Dude, I could eat this entire pizza right now, but I'm gonna have to save that for tomorrow. Is that good? Okay, this is getting a 10 out of 10. No bullshit, YouTube. This is good little squeezers. Official sponsor of the NFL, National Football League. Let's go Falcons. Or Ravens. Whatever team you vote for, I don't give a damn. Support the NFL and support Little Caesars. Next time you're in the mood for a Little Caesars pie, you gotta check this out. Okay, this customized. Oh my god, dude, stop. You gotta customize the crazy bread stuffed crust pizza. If you're the insane fucking retard that puts pineapple on their pizza, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't use such harsh language. I have Asperger's, so I should be allowed to use the R word. Oh fuck, excuse me. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. If you're a disgusting asshole who puts pineapple on their pizza, then you should be smacked in the face. And they go, what do you put on your pizza, Mr. Special Guy? And I'm like, you know what? I like anchovies and bacon. Those are my top two favorite pizza toppings. People are going to look at me like, you're disgusting. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. You're not eating this Little Caesars, dude. I'm telling you what right now. Yeah. A lot of YouTubers who order like the new Little Caesars, and you shouldn't have to request it to be regular cooked. I get that. Unless the customer specifies, could you lightly cook it because they like their pizza a little chewy, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. But this Little Caesars pizza is getting the Cobra seal of approval. Dude, I could snack on this tomorrow, hit it with some of that Buffalo Wild Wings sauce. I get Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. It's the tastiest fucking hot sauce on the planet. Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wing sauce is fucking delicious. It's got that buffalo wing kick and taste and that heat, but it's not overpowering. I've had a lot of delicious hot sauces in my day, and that's definitely one of my favorites. So if you want to add a little bit of hot sauce to your holiday meals, I'd check out Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wing Sauce. Not a sponsor. It adds just the right amount of kick, in my opinion. You stir it with some chicken ramen noodles. Oh man, yeah, buffalo chicken ramen noodle ready to go. YouTube, we gotta wrap this food review up, man. I tell you what. I'm sitting here holding this pizza in my lap like it's the unholy grail of pizzas because it's that fucking good. Next time you order little squeezers and you like jalapenos, you don't even know, YouTube. That crazy bread, a little cold too, but that's all right, YouTube, because we did the review a little bit cold because of all the extra cheese. Now, when you order crazy bread from Little Caesars, you can get it with marinara sauce if you please. I chose to opt out of the marinara sauce because I'd rather dip these delicious golden sticks of deliciousness and garlic butter. Thank you very kindly. But DoorDash did not offer some of that classic sauce. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, like Little Caesars maybe discontinue their garlic butter. It is what it is. But they're always coming out with like new things too, so pull one of these little scrawny bastards out. And I made sure they gave my crazy bread a regular cook. Company standard. That's what works. I might have waited too long for the pizza and the sticks to cool down. But that's still tasty in my opinion. hmm I see a lot of people's, oh, you know about that crazy bread, a crazy train bread. Huh. hmm You want to make sure to get a regular cook on your pizza and on your sticks, and it's cooked to perfection, my friends. Mm. Chewy, unhealthy, stacked with calories. If you have not tried their crazy bread just by itself, you don't know what you're missing out on. The Little Caesars is not a sponsor, but right now they're getting the Cobra seal of approval. For what I paid for that pizza, it's pretty damn cheap. That would have cost me 30, 40 bucks at like Domino's or Pizza Hut. So when you got a pizza craving and your wallet's a little tight, you gotta check out Little Caesars. Get you a $5 pizza, man, which might be $6, $7 depending on where you're going, but I digress. You know, you got that craving. Little Caesars will satisfy your pizza craving for how cheap it is, and you want to dog on their taste, so then don't eat it. That's what I'm fucking saying. If you don't like Little Caesars, then don't eat them. Going on social media complaining to anybody who will listen how much you hate them, all it's doing is giving them free advertisement. That's what kills me with the whole let's boycott Bud Light, but don't get me started on that. That tastes like classic Little Caesars. Them breadsticks. Mm. Regular cook is perfect. A little bit chewy, but not too chewy. The flavoring they put in their dough, plus the Parmesan cheese they sprinkle on top. I don't give a damn if these are cold. Which, like I said before, I ordered this Little C's order several hours ago, and I wasn't feeling hungry. So I'm like, you know what? When I start to feel a little bit hungry, I'll peck at it. And when I peck at it, I'm gonna do a review on it because that's what I do for YouTube. In my experience, when you order pizza with extra cheese and try to pick that bitch out when it's fresh, it slides off your crust, B, and it just ruins the pizza experience. So you definitely want to let your pizza cool off when it comes fresh out of the oven. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta let it like get like death cold, but like cool enough to where you pick it up. You know what I'm saying? That cheese ain't gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're the last little boo thing, aren't you? Get over here. My bad for waiting till they got this cold to eat, but I don't give a damn. But to me, it tastes good. It's food. You know what I'm saying? I got like literally 3 to 4 breadsticks left, man. I'm definitely getting full. That's for sure. Pizza from Little Squeezers. Little Caesars crazy bread is so delicious, dude. Every fast food restaurant has their trademark. And this crazy bread, but don't mind me, I've been having a little bit to drink and just thinking to myself, what can I do for another YouTube video? Entertain the fans. Oh, I know. Let's do a fucking fast food review. We'll food hack the new pizza from Little Caesars. Okay, I'm starting to get full YouTube. I had like 4 slices, 3 to 4 slices of that pizza. This ain't no goddamn mukbang. This is just a simple fast food review. If I eat it all, cool. If I don't, that's cool too, man. You're still getting content. You're like, hey man, I'm craving Cobra's videos. The fuck's he munching on? And you see what your favorite YouTuber's munching on, and it's like, that shit looks delicious. I want some of that. I'm gonna save these breadsticks for later. That little squeezer is good. The breadsticks and the pizza is gonna be breakfast and lunch, dude. 100. Really delicious Little Caesars food hack. This is definitely getting the Cobra seal of approval. The last food hack I did didn't quite go the way I planned it. But this one went exactly the way I planned it, and both food hacks that I've made at this point are Whiz it. Excuse me. Hmm. I think picking out on comfort foods more appropriate than drinking my pain away, I guess. Which I'm still going to enjoy the occasional drink, but I think drinking less. Because last year, when I got thrown into the drunk tank for being an asshole, I didn't like who I became. And I've done a lot of personal growth since then and bettered myself as a person and reflected upon my actions. And I feel horrible for the way I acted. All you can do in life sometimes is learn from your mistakes. I did some reflecting and I'm like, that's not the kind of person I am. Where is all this anger coming from? So I'm like, you know what? If I get blackout drunk this holiday season, don't take it out on my family. If I choose not to get blackout drunk, then don't take hardly any alcohol, if not anything, when it's offered to you. The ball is in my court, YouTube. Would I recommend this as a combo meal from Little Caesars? Oh, fuck yeah. They don't even need garlic butter, dude. Everything that I ordered from Little Caesars tonight is just perfect. Now, if you don't like spicy food, then skip the jalapenos. But I like jalapenos and spicy food. I'm a naughty bastard. I'm super bummed about Puff. All I can do is keep my hopes up. I'm not going to replace him till I know for sure. I love Puff. I'm not going to replace him till I know for sure that he's dead. And then, even then, it'll take at least a minimum of a year before I'm even ready to. I'm so devastated by losing him. But I really appreciate my fans' support, people reaching out to me. You know, a lot of my fans are going, Cobra, I'm sorry to hear about it. I haven't been on active on my YouTube duties as of late, and I apologize, but I've been a bit devastated because of everything going on in my life, but it could be worse. This is why I like Little Caesars. They're cheap and they taste good. I haven't wanted to eat, to be honest. So I've definitely cut down on my eating as far as that goes. I'm like sitting here starving yourself to death because you're depressed about puff isn't gonna make the situation any better. I think to myself, Puff wouldn't want that. He would say, "Keep going, Josh." And people keep saying a bunch of messed up shit about Puff, and I'm like, we don't know for sure, dude. I'm trying to keep as calm as I can about the situation, but it's driving me up the fucking wall. But the fans want to see me do food reviews and food hacks. So while I'm looking for Puff and keeping an eye out, I try my best to continue providing you content. Even if you're looking at it going, it's not the most entertaining. See, to me, I have a formula. The formula is okay, so Little Caesars released a crazy bread stuffed crust pizza. It's a take on their classic stuffed crust, similar to their pretzel crust. We should food hack it and review it for YouTube. And it's delicious. Food can be a source of addiction, much like alcohol, because I get it. Especially when you deny yourself food after being hungry because you're depressed. And then you force yourself to eat something overtly delicious. It's one of those I hate myself slash I praise myself because I'm like, you know what? This is good content for YouTube. People like watching the food hacks. But I hate myself for starving myself, kind of thing. I've been praying for like decent weather all month. The only time it got super cold is when I was gone. But ever since I've gotten back, the weather's been super decent for this time of year. So I want to keep an ear and an eye out. That's all I can do. I love reptiles, and Puff is just the handsomest lizard. I couldn't help myself, man. I put him on merchandise. Then I'd take the money I make from that merchandise and then I'd use it to spoil Puff. Get him his favorite treats: hard boiled eggs, Gala Royal apples. Oh, yeah, bearded dragons can have hard boiled eggs, but only on occasion. They're a great source of protein, but they're super fatty, so maybe like once or twice a month they can have it. Hard boil the egg to perfection, roll it around in cold water, and then take all the shell off of it. Then you take the hard boiled egg and like break it up into small chunks. Stick it in your beardy's tank with a sprinkle of calcium powder to go with their romaine lettuce. And it'll give them some variety. That's one of the fondest memories I have with Puff is eating a hard boiled egg with him. I'd make some hard boiled eggs. I put one in his tank for him to munch out on. You know, oh, Puff lives a long life. That's him. So, to be fair, I've never owned a bearded dragon. This is my first time having my very own pet, and it's just a really shit circumstance. people keep saying all this horrible crap about Puff. And I'm like, we don't know for sure, dude. All my trolls are assuming the worst. And I'm assuming the best. Like, Puff will fucking turn up when you least expect it. But anyways, YouTube, doing a little fast food pizza food hack. I'm not going to be doing too many of those the rest of the month. I gotta save my money for other things, you know. But I wanted to give my fans two brand new food hacks for the December month. Food review slash food hack action. And if you like the McRib food hack, and if you like this Little Caesars food hack, I want you to hit the like button, ding that notification bell, and subscribe for more content. And I'll keep pumping out gloriously unhealthy, bastardizing food for your sick entertainment. Because when you're getting a hard on and your arteries are clogging at the same damn time, you're like, oh. You're watching the food Cobra eats, and it makes you a little bit horny while it clogs your arteries. That's how you know it's good food. Like, I'm watching Cobra eat the most disgustingly unhealthy McDonald's sandwich, and I'm disgusted and turned on at the same time. A lot of people are like, you should get a cat, you should get da. And I'm like, I don't want another fucking pet, dude. I've been very vocal about this. If I lose Puff, it's gonna take me a minimum of a year to the date of me finding out when I lost him to get over it. Very minimum a year. I was with a family dog when you saw the YouTube short of a dog I'm hanging out with, licking my face, wearing a pink collar. That's one of my family's female dogs, and she adores the crap out of me. You know how like toy dogs are? They're skittish around humans, but this family dog just warmed right up to me. And within a couple of days, I was like, I gotta film a video for my YouTube. Like, this is just cuter than shit. You see this big, bad, scary, goth, evil looking dude, King Cobra, getting his face licked by an adorable toy dog. People are like, you know what I'm saying? It just has that effect. Or it's like, oh, Cobra thinks he's so big and bad, but we see how soft his heart is. When I realized that the eggnog mead was not going to work, I drank all the eggnog and cleaned out my wine making jugs. And I says, we're just going to have to remake another batch of the old mead. So with this batch, we're going to do a strawberry peach. Excuse me, I farted. Oh yeah, nice and juicy. I reckon that'll be some tasty meat because you ain't gonna have to use the fridge to keep it refrigerated like you would with dairy. That's the only challenge that I presented and realized with making the fucking. I know, let's make a fucking mead. Well, the recipe for the mead is pretty basic: 2 cups of sugar, a little bit of honey, and a liquid and a yeast. And raw fruit is optional. I feel like adding raw fruit to your mead definitely gives it some nutrients, and it definitely enhances the flavor of your wine, but that's just my personal opinion. The important thing when it comes to making your own homemade wine is to do your research, make your wines, just experiment and do whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? And don't let some asshole who looks at you like, oh my god, you did this and this for a homemade batch of wine, you disgusting asshole. You look at them and go, well, that's your opinion. People are so quick to look at me like I'm a fucking piece of shit for making my own homemade hooch. And I'm like, you know what? Making my own homemade wine has actually helped with me cutting down on my drinking because I make some pretty good homemade wine. And it's like, part of me goes, look how long it takes to make, you know? And as a result, my homemade shit lasts longer and it tastes just as good and it lasts a long time, you know? Anyone can go to the liquor store and get some Jack Daniels and some Sody Pops and call it a night, and that works, you know, if you don't want to make your own homemade alcohol. But me, I'm just like, I gotta try it just a couple of times because I've always wanted to try making my own homemade wine. I tried it, it's a fun little hobby, to be honest. I recommend using like turbo yeast or like 1118, you know, that's a word you're gonna hear an awful lot in the winemaking. So say my next mead recipe, I'll be able to store in the mead aging closet, and it won't spoil. If anything, it'll age into a sweet, sweet, delicious, delicious treat. It'll ferment out to 18% alcohol by volume. If I don't do much talking in the video, you're pretty much used to that because it's a pretty straightforward process. And when I get good results with my wine, and just doing my thing on YouTube, of course I'm gonna share it with my YouTube fans. Like, okay, you know what? You want to make wine like Cobra? Well, this is what works for me. It doesn't guarantee it'll work for you, but I share my results with my fans. You know, you go to a party and it's just like, oh hey, you know, someone busts out a jug of homemade apple mead, and you're like, where'd you get that? And like, oh, this is King Cobra's recipe. No shit. Okay, the apple mead I made with the turbo yeast was phenomenal. I used Mott's 100% apple juice, Royal Gala apples. I have that recipe every time I made a mead on YouTube. And if it turns out great, then I'll keep it posted. You know, if it's a bunk idea, and then I'll scrap it and own up to it, like I did with the eggnog BS. With this next recipe, I figure we'll do it just fine on account of there's no dairy, so I'll be able to like stick it in the closet to age like I do with all the other homemade wines. Finish this cocktail and fucking catch my thoughts, and I might just film myself doing that. Like, nice going, Cobra. You spilt your cherry peach banana mango wine, and it cleared out so beautifully when I was drinking it for the I'm back stream kind of thing. You know, it drank and hit smooth enough, but I wasn't complaining, to be honest. I'm like, you know, I've made mead with candy before, so it's good to experiment and see what else, you know. The basic science behind this is pretty straightforward. If you have a yeast and you have some kind of sugar, and the yeast will eat that sugar and convert it into alcohol. That's basic Pruno making 101. So, like, if you wanted a Skittles flavored wine, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you get some like tropical 100% flavored like juice. You can use concentrates, but you want to make sure you got plenty of sugar in your juice when you use concentrates. Because the concentrates just become flavor, you know what I'm saying? But no, I would highly recommend making your own wine. It's a really fun way to experiment with life and just enjoy the simpler things. It's a great way to teach you patience, dedication, and a little bit of hard work. You know, if you're an alcoholic, you're gonna be in an itch to drink it, like, oh, ha ha, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you ever had no alcohol to drink, by the time it gets done fermenting just right, and you strain it and everything, by the time you're able to drink, your next drink is that homemade wine. You're gonna be like, you know what? You start to catch feelings, like, hey, you know what? So yeah, I can honestly say I've cut down on my drinking. Nobody's gonna see that if they see me drinking on camera. They just look at me like I'm a stupid piece of shit. And I'm like, that's the internet. What do you do? I'll tell you what you do. You make some fucking bomb ass food hacks. You food hack McDonald's and fucking little squeezers, and then you let it ride. And then your next food hack, just do it if you can. If people like what I'm posting, cool. If not, well, fuck them. You know. I released some brand new sweatshirts on my t-shirts. Appreciate y'all checking those out. It gets colder these time of year, so sweatshirts is definitely going to be hot in demand. So I released a couple of new sweatshirts on my t-shirts, and I appreciate y'all checking them out for the holidays. I try to make sweatshirts that aren't just King Cobra themed. You can have a little chuckle at life, then check out the Grumpy Cat Lady sweatshirts. It's pink, it's obnoxious, it just screams pissed off cat lady who hates men. It's a vibe. And I'm like, hey, you know what? People are shit and the dating scene sucks. I get it. But if you're gonna blame me for being just like every other guy, then you got another thing coming, toots. That, or you look at it and go, you love cats and you're tolerant of the opposite sex, and you can either, if you got a sense of humor, you're like, okay, ha 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 ha, yeah, Cobra's so funny, oh my god. I'll catch you later, YouTube.